Hi, I'm Steve. I'm a private pilot, and I'm also a Part 107 commercial drone pilot license holder. I've been flying drones professionally for about 3 years, maybe a little more. And yesterday I get a message from an old high school friend of mine, and he's an ATP captain. And they've been furloughed because of the virus, so he picked up himself a drone, went out and got his Part 107, and he was asking questions about real estate photos and whatnot from a particular vendor, customer. And so I started to explain it a little bit, and then I said, you know what, it'd be easier if I just go out and do a quick video, and I can show you how I do this. From this particular customer, I generally get two types of projects. One is just straight photos, and most of it's almost all commercial real estate. And I either get they either want just photos, or they want photos and video. I prefer to do just the photos, just the photo projects, because they're super quick, super simple. They don't pay as much as if they want video to go along with it, but the straight photography projects are just, they're so fast. There's nothing to them. When you add video, you have to fly slow, and then even when you get back home to do the upload, it could take hours, just because the 4K video files are so massive. Whereas if you're just taking photographs, you don't have to fly smooth, you don't have to fly slow. I fly as fast as this thing will go and get to my spots to get my pictures, and then get back and head home, upload them, and done. And there's, like I said, they don't pay as much, but they're super quick, and I love them. I went back through my records over the last 3 years, and 85% of the projects that I do for this company are just straight photographs. 15% of them they've also got video in them with them too. But for this little demonstration, I'm just going to be doing it as if this is a picture only job. I'm not doing a real job, I'm doing a fake job here. But I've got a piece of commercial property I'm sitting at. A friend of mine owns this place. And I'm out of any FAA areas. But just to go through the whole process and show you how I do this as fast as I can, and hopefully it makes sense. So if a project comes through and I want to do it, and I look, first thing I do is I look on Google Maps to figure out where it is. If it's, if it's too far away, I'm not going to accept the job. So first thing I do is I check on the maps and see where the project is that they want done, and then I'll either accept it or don't. If I do accept it, they generally give you about 3 days to complete it, and that all depends on weather. I've had to postpone a project almost a week one time because the weather was it was cloudy and rainy for a week straight, and just keep delaying and delaying and delaying until I get a nice sunny day and I go up. You have to keep in mind the wind, of course. A lot of people that I know that fly drones, if it's a little windy, they don't fly at all. Now me, I know the drone will go 30-35 mile an hour, so as long as the wind is less than that, I'm flying, because it's a job. And today it's kind of windy too, but it's no problem. The drone can do it, and I'm just taking pictures. It's not a big deal. So let's get in the, I'll screen capture my iPad here. Normally I do all of this pre-planning work at home on the computer. It's just easier to see on the big screen on the computer, and it's easier to get around, but I can do it all here with the tablet, and I'll show you all that whole process. All right, I'm gonna try and talk and do this at the same time. Okay, so the first thing I do when I get a job is I jump on Google Maps, find out where it is, see if I want to take the job. This one down here, and I'll look around and see if I see any obstructions, anything in the way. I may even zoom in down here if I can. Yeah, so this stuff is easier on the computer too. I'll jump down in Street View and see if I can see any towers sticking up that are going to be in my way. And a lot of times on these photography jobs, oh well, almost every time, they will want 8 photographs from cardinal directions. That's north, northeast, east, southeast, south, whole way around. So the 8 photographs, and they'll do them at, they used to do 3 different levels, now they only do 2. They want them from 350 feet, all 8 pictures, and then they want 100 feet, all 8 pictures, and then they'll want like 3 custom shots. And a lot of times, you know, they want the front of the building. And when I look here on my screen, I can see there's power lines here. And for getting a nice, decent shot of the front of the building, which is usually you want the drone right about roof level, I can see these power lines are going to be exactly where I'm going to want to be placing my drone, which makes things difficult. So you just have to improvise when you're on site, depending on where you are and what you're doing. So I've checked out my Google Maps, and I'm good with the place, and I'm going to accept the job. And then I have to check the legality of the airspace. There's a couple different apps to do that with. AirMap is a new one that works pretty good, and it puts me down here in Bixby, Oklahoma, but it puts on internet's going a little slow out here, but it will let you check airspaces and whatnot. It's AirMap's a new one, and it's got a nice little app. There they are. So there's a restricted airspace around Riverside Airport and around Tulsa International Airport up here. Now you can get permission to fly in these areas, and you can get it directly from this app if you need it. But I still, for my actual LAANC approval, I still use Skyward.io. They were the very first website to come out with this capability when Lance first was available, and I signed up with them way back when they came out. So this is the one I still use. Again, internet's not going real fast out here. They all do the same job. I use this one because it's the one, it was the first one out and the first one I signed up with. So this is the one I generally use, and it's got the same information. It's got maps. If there's a temporary flight restriction, it'll show that. Yesterday, when I was looking at this last night, there was actually a temporary flight restriction over the downtown Tulsa. I'm not sure what was going on, but it showed up here on the map, and you couldn't fly in there at all. You can't even get permission for that one. But around the airports, you can get permission, and you can do it right here through the app. You make a circle of where you want to fly, and make a flight plan, and then submit the flight plan. And if it's as long as you're not in actual restricted airspace, you usually get approval immediately, right back, and they send you a PDF, so you have actual written record of that. The other option for getting Lance certifications is you can go directly to the FAA. They've got a Drone Zone website. Not as simple to use. In here, and I'm not going to show you all my stuff, but you can log in, make an account with Drone Zone, and you can get permission to fly directly from the FAA on here. And then the last thing to be concerned about is if you are in close to an airport. Okay, so once you have authorization through the FAA, there's still a third option you may have to take care of, a third issue you may have to take care of. And that is, like, for instance, I'm flying a DJI drone, and DJI will lock you out of certain areas. The drone just will not fly there. It'll stop in its tracks. So you have to go to DJI directly to unlock your drone. You can do this a couple ways. You can do it on the website, like I'm doing here. If you're going to be flying in an area that the drone is locked out of, you can go to their website and unlock it in there. It'll stay unlocked. I believe it's like 3 days or something like that. You can also do it in the app. It will come up with a warning asking you if you are authorized, and that means you have to agree that you have been pre-authorized with your Lance through either AirMap or skyward or from the FAA's drone zone, and say you have permission to fly in here and you've got your waiver, then you can come into either the DJI app, or you can do it in the controller for certain circumstances and unlock the drone so it will allow you to fly in these areas. But right now I'm flying down here. There is an approach here over the airport, but number one, I'm not in it. Number two, it's higher than 400 feet, so it's not going to be an issue for what we're doing today. Now on to the actual flying. Let's get into my DJI Go 4. And I already went out and threw my drone on the hood, and it's on. Alrighty, now we had a little issue with an update, which can be annoying. It wasn't an update with the drone, I always check that, but my iPad itself needed an update, and that just screwed everything up. So pro tip, check all of your hardware before you leave the house to make sure nothing needs updated, and if it does, go ahead and update it. All right, so now we're sitting on the hood, everything's good, batteries are good. Like I said, it is windy here today, but that's not a problem. We're going straight up to 350 feet and get those 8 shots. I'm going to come down to 100 feet, and 100 feet can be a little tricky because I think it's a little bit too low, and you'll see when I get up there what I'm talking about, because sometimes there's other buildings, there's other obstacles, especially when you get a large property, because I do a lot of commercial properties, and that's kind of why I chose this one as an example, because you'll be able to see that 100 feet sometimes just doesn't work. Do the best you can, or I do the best I can to get the shots I need, or I think that they're going to want, and we'll just get going and see how it goes. But like I said, since we're just doing pictures, there's no need to fly smooth and slow. So everything I do, because I don't get paid by the hour, I get paid by the job, there's no reason to go slow and smooth. You want to get to where you want to be, take your picture, and get to the next spot, and take a picture, get to the next spot. So every time I'm moving, I'm full stick deflection, just going as fast as this little drone will go. So we're up there on the hood, and we're going to take off. I've got some trees right above me, and you can see it's telling me that I am underneath the approach for Riverside Airport, but I'm not going to be going very high, so that's not a problem.
The home point has been
Take off and get out away from all of my obstacles so I can go straight up. And like I said, I'm just going to go straight for 350 feet, and we'll just start. Since I'm in the back corner, that's where we will start. Since this is the closest spot, 330, yeah, it's close enough right there. Okay, and I'm just gonna want to angle it so I've got some horizon in there, and I'm going to get in my back corner and halfway down to get it to focus, take a picture, and right on to the next one. And like I said, I have full stick deflection just as fast as that little sucker will go. Get lined up, make it a nice pretty shot, get the whole property in there. Quick shot, on to the next one. Like I said, I always make sure to focus before every shot. Back corner. Focus real quick, take the picture, keep on moving. Keep her moving. Like I say, you're not getting paid by the hour. I don't have to be smooth while I'm flying. I want to get from one position to the next position just as fast as I can get there. And stop and let everything get settled. Make sure my shot looks good, everything's lined up. Focus, take a picture, move on to the next one. Like I say, going real fast like this, I can get the whole project knocked out in 10-15 minutes. There you can see it is windy up there. I'm getting my little warning telling me high winds. Yeah, I know it's windy. But like I said, the drone will go, 30 miles an hour. So as long as the wind isn't over that, we're good. And I've flown in some pretty windy conditions. I have not had a problem yet. I've yet to come across any wind that I can't fly in. But if it's 40 knot or 40 mile an hour, you're not going to be flying anyway. That's going to be a storm. And come back around here. Yeah, you can see up top, strong winds, fly with caution. And then once I get this last shot from 350 feet, I'm going to jump right straight down to 100 feet. But you'll be able to see in a hurry that this church in front of me is going to be in the way, and there is no way 100 feet is going to work. I got to keep the whole property in view. But once I get there, you can see the peak of that church is starting to get in there already. So this shot right here, I'm going to go ahead and do. I'm even over 200 feet, but that's all I got. Oh, did that go? There it goes. Now come around here, and so you start getting low. You got to make sure you're not going to run into anything. So I take a peek over there, see it's clear, and I am going to come down quite a bit. I don't think I'll hit 100. Because and then we start getting more trees in the way. Now I'll go up maybe 140 on that one. And they're just the heights they request are not set in stone. They just want a lower view of the property that they're looking at. They want it to look good. This I can come down quite a bit here. I can come down, let's say 100, 110. There's a nice shot. Yeah, but now I'm low enough. I want to make sure I want to look where I'm going. Make sure there's no poles or trees sticking up over here. Come over a little ways. Even now I got trees in the way. I'm going to go back up just a little bit. Yeah, we'll try to keep it as low as I can. 150. I don't think that went. There it goes. Again, make sure I'm not going to bump into anything as I'm coming around. And since this property is deep, I'm going to have to scoot back a little bit. And I say at even 150 feet, you can't see anything. I'll go up a little bit. And now we got to start watching for, we don't want to be over the road. We can cross it as long as there's no cars there. And I'm going to take a quick peek straight down, see where I am. There's nothing underneath me. Come on down. I'm just looking around, make sure I'm not going to hit anything. See how close I can get to 100 and still have a good shot. That's a nice shot there. Come on. It's not wanting to take a picture. Come on. There I go. Well, now I get 4 pictures all of a sudden. come over here. Whoa. Getting a little delay there. Too far away and too low. There we go. See, this one I can get down right around 100 feet. Probably scoot up a little bit. Get a nice shot. Like I said, now I'm low enough, I need to watch out for obstacles. Go up a little bit, get over this tree. Yeah, I've got a delay going on. And get a shot here. I say, and then they were wanting, they usually want front shots. Wow, I've lost my screen. And if I want to get a shot of the front of the building, I'll get myself lined up. Make sure I'm not over the road. And I can come down. On the other side of the road, there weren't any power lines. But I can come right down because there's nothing under me. And get a nice shot of the front of the building. There it goes. And then that's it. I'm done. I need to get over the power lines so they're not in my way, and come back and land, and then go home and upload. Something I certainly have learned to do is to check my card to make sure I have everything. So I will click on what's on my card and go down through, count my pictures, make sure I've got everything. There's my front, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then my 350. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I've got all my pictures. So now I can just come back in and land, and head home and upload, and be done with it. Yeah, so then I just come back and land, and go home, upload all my photos, and submit them, and that's it. Really, flight time was what, 10 minutes, 15 minutes? I don't even think it was that much. I got 13 minutes left. Yeah, 15-minute flight time. And even with that, it's messing around a little bit. So really, that's all there is to it. I did the whole thing in my car. If it's on a big piece of property, of course, you have to bring a visual observer, stand on the other side of the property to help you out. Small spot like this, I've got clear skies. I don't have trees. I can see everything. So this is a standard, typical photo shoot for commercial real estate. I hope that helps. If you have any questions, of course, give me a shout, and happy to answer any questions you've got. Anyways, thanks a lot, guys. See you later.